G'day everybody, what's up? Robett Hollis here. Is it better, I got to ask a question, is it better to be inauthentic and rich or authentic and poor? I guess the first question to ask would actually be, what would you define rich? Is it clearly you're asking rich in money? But, you know, there's obviously, I saw this epic ad for Survivor New Zealand, and there was this dude talking about, you know, I'm rich in heart, I'm rich in culture, I'm rich with family, I'm rich, you know, whatever. So I guess, in a top side outside of money, I think you can be rich in so many other ways, but clearly by asking that question, it'd be inauthentic and rich versus authentic and poor. You're probably asking the question about money, and if you're talking about money, in my opinion, if you could be inauthentic and rich or authentic and poor, what would you choose? Authentic and poor any day, because I don't deem my term of success or rich in anything in terms of money. I actually see it the other way, and that's actually, you know, money is a byproduct of anything, so that's kind of an irrelevant conversation for me. But what I do think is the conversation would be, one, defining what you think what your rich is, but then two, within it as well, I think there's also a problem that I see in the ecosystem where people are thinking that they need to be fake it till you make it type stuff, to play the certain game, to look a certain way, to roll a certain way to win and to get rich, and I think what they're probably meaning is, you know, do you change who you are to get your way further up the food chain so you can get personal gain out of it financially? That's probably more of the depth of the questions. And, you know, weirdly enough, I think you don't need to. I think that, you know, if you can be truly authentic to you, who you are, but be strategic and smart about how you play the business game, you can still win and be rich, because I think it's totally possible to be authentic and rich. I don't think you need to fake it just because other people are playing a certain game, you know, like, I don't think you need to talk a certain way or go to a specific school or, you know, have certain connections with certain things. I don't really see that. I think being authentic to you is the most sustainable way. Being inauthentic isn't sustainable. Being inauthentic is when sooner or later you're going to get called out because someone's going to be like, yo, you're full of shit, and then you just look like a flippin' muppet. Being inauthentic is when the true actual hitters who are authentic and rich can see through your authenticity, call you out, and you still lose. So I think you can be inauthentic and win short term, but you can never be inauthentic and win long term across, and you may win finances but not across the whole thing. So one would be, I'd rather be authentic to you first and then start winning in all the areas, instead of trying to win in areas being inauthentic, because in the long game you end up just losing. Not cool.